Tech Talk. If this is your first time tuning in, our show is all about updating you with the latest tech hacks, tips, and tricks. As for our regular tech heads, you already know how this goes. Now, for a recap on the latest news. Over in Puerto Rico, crews are working towards strengthening the territory's power grid during hurricane season. It is estimated to take 2 months to fully restore the grid's power. The new CEO of Puerto Rico's Electric Power Authority, Walter Higgins, gave $500 million to Florida's Mastech, and it's also drafting a $900 million contract with Cobra Energy. The collaborations between different companies, which includes the third contract still in draft, has been issued in hopes of quickly and efficiently powering up the grid. The U.S. government has agreed to pay for power-related repairs for the next 3 months. Higgins has said that if a company was to buy the electric power company, they would be able to demand more than the amount that they've invested for repairs, which is around $3.8 million. However, late on Wednesday, the island had issued a bill allowing the privatization of the electric power sector, which carries almost $9 million in debts. Electricity costs twice as much on the U.S. territory than it does on the American mainland. Around 11,000 customers remain in the dark, 8 months after Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico. Higgins predicts some small groups might feel resentful during restoration of some parts, as some parts of the country are bound to be the last ones brought back into the light.
In the aftermath of this terrible disaster, the federal government has stepped up not only with restoration funds, but now the FEMA, the U.S. Department of Energy, and HUD, Housing and Urban Development, are going to make money available to rebuild the grid, not just back to what it was, but in a much more robust, resilient, hardened way with modern technology. Now, that's an amazing development for Puerto Rico. For a decade, no. All the Cubans walk in to go to work.
Moving on to entertainment, the next season of popular British sci-fi series Humans is encouraging audiences to get their thinking caps on. Gemma Chan, the star of the show who plays a conscious robot called the Synth, Inverse, has called the hit TV show's third season as Brexit meets Terminator. She cheekily adds, "Put that on the poster." The British sci-fi series was met with huge success. It even sparked some serious discussions on social media after the first season's trailer was dropped in the style of an advert for a household synth. I don't want one, I'm okay with humans, but hey, some people might want synths. Tom Goodman-Hill, who plays Joe Hawkins, a human on the series, talks about the importance of the setting. Humans takes place in a world much like ours, only where the AI industry has advanced significantly, which is still kind of like ours, but hey, we don't know, we might have much more advancements in the future. This has opened various discussions over the ethics of AI technology and addresses the age-old question of whether machines could ever be as conscious as humans could be, which is very relevant in the age of near-like human bots, such as, believe it or not, Saudi citizen Sophia. Ivana Jeremiah, who plays a synth, Max, talked about how sci-fi allows us to explore what technology is capable of, as well as actually giving us warnings as to what a world with advanced technology might look like. Even in fantasy-based genres, entertainment and literature has always tried to play on our fears, and Humans does just that. While Season 3 airs on June 5th and there's been no official talks about a fourth season, the current technological climate has given writers more than enough to work on for potential future seasons.
Season 3 is really the biggest stage yet because it's about societies, it's about huge groups of people and how we are going to figure out sharing this planet.
I think Season 3 is a slightly more political series. You know, we're dealing with a very divided world in Humans. And some of those parallels are obviously apparent in our world.
We did use the term robo-Brexit at one point in the development of the show, but the show, that was a joke, and it is really about something much bigger than that, which is the division that we do see across the world at the moment, and we're trying to find our own take on that using the prism of this science fiction idea.
Some like pearly whites, some like extreme white. Teeth are now trending. To find out the latest advancements in dental tech, join us as we visit Dr. Haider at Natural Beauty for the top tech trends for our teeth, right here in Bahrain. Doctor, why is it important to do scaling before the actual laser?
Actually, we should do cleaning and polishing to
Okay.
remove any stain, calculus, or plaque from the tooth surface.
You feeling clean though?
Yeah,
Oh.
definitely.
Doctor, tell us a bit about the whitening that you do, especially in this clinic.
Now we have many kind of whitening. The normal whitening that we use LED lights, like Zoom or Beyond, or there is a lot of company they use LED light.
Yeah.
Now we will use a special technique. Now we will use the laser machine itself. And my machine is ST laser. This is very nice, very fast, and very effective also.
Tell us a bit about the ST laser functionalities.
ST laser is name coming from soft tissue laser. I like it and I love it. And we can use it in a lot of procedures like gingivectomy, depigmentation of the gum to make the gum pink, and also gum correction if there is gum had a problem. Sometimes we use it in the root canal. When you finish the root canal, sometimes we use it if there is any aphthous or any infection on the mouth, we can use it. Sometimes we need to cut some piece of gum, like in pericoronitis or the wisdom teeth infection. So no need to cut it by scalpel. We can cut it by ST laser. ST laser, the good thing is cutting and at the same time stop bleeding. Will the bleed not come out? And at the same time also the no infection will come out. So that's why it is for no bleeding, no infection, and very fast, and the patient he can go out without any cotton or without anything. Now we will put the whitening material. This special kind of material is not like the same material that we use it in the LED light. This is different.
How does the LED light technology work anyways? I mean, I always thought it was an actual laser, not just LED lights.
No, this is in the public.
that's a
in the
general
public, yes,
assumption,
general
yeah.
assumption. They said this is laser, but normally it's not a laser. It's LED light.
But is it the same effect or is it less?
It depends. Every whitening, the doctor, any doctor in all the world, they cannot give you the final result. How it look like. Depend on the teeth itself.
Okay.
Now this is the machine. So now we will go to the whitening. This whitening is automatic, will show how many want, and then now we will start. Now we will keep it 30 seconds each quarter, and then we will see after that. Now we will start. See now, we'll start with A3. So now I think he reached to D1 or A1 almost.
That is, you have to see it, Khaled. You'd be so
Open,
excited.
Open. Yeah, the middle almost D1. On the side is A3.5, but almost A1. Which is good. A1 is.
Look at your teeth. What a big difference. Show the difference, doctor.
Oh, wow.
بعدين اللي هو A3. Now your smile is completely smile.
Thank you.
You're
Khaled,
welcome.
give us a little feedback about your experience.
It was good. It definitely felt deep and cleansing. I'm really happy with the results. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
And you know what? It's gonna get whiter with time, right?
Of course, maybe within tomorrow, you will become whiter than now, because the material is still working on your teeth. So maybe you will feel some electrical shock. This is
I
normal.
just did right now.
Yeah. You should stop smoking tea, coffee, and any colored drink, cola, Pepsi, and also juice. Only today and tomorrow. After that, you can eat and drink anything else.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached our gadget review. Actually, before we talk about our gadget reviews, show us your teeth and how do they feel?
They feel great and they look great. I feel a lot more confident, and you know, despite the initial sensitivity, my teeth feel a lot stronger now.
Yeah.
And I'm never worried about opening my mouth again.
No, you
Don't
look
have to
awesome.
cover it up. Thank
They're
you.
so natural, actually. They're not even like.
Yeah, they're not like, they don't feel artificial at all. The colors blend. There's no, you know, as sometimes some people get their teeth whitened and it kind of looks like someone
Blue.
just put Tipex on it. Or it looks blue.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
good.
Anyways, first up we have is an app that does in fact hook you up. We've all been in that situation. You and your friends have been planning forever and...
But when it's time to start jamming in the car, nobody can agree on what song you want to play. Now, don't worry, because Spotify is here to save the day. Once you sign up to Spotify, you can listen to all kinds of music from different points in time.
Yep, they even cater to people with more bohemian music tastes. The music streaming services boasts over 30 million tracks. The idea behind Spotify is that you don't really have to think much about what you want to play. You can just organize your own playlists as well as subscribe to the playlists of others and save your songs to your music. You can also receive updates on artists you're interested in following.
Spotify is also pretty handy for finding new music you might have not found otherwise. Discover Weekly is a playlist automatically put together based on what you've been listening to.
A whole lot of ways, including filtering music by genres or moods, helps if you want a specific vibe to jam to. Now, you can use Spotify on your web browser as it's Flash-based, but you can also install the app onto your tablet, smartphones, and OS X and Windows devices.
Now, Spotify Premium can really enhance your experience. For only £9.99 or dollars, you can download music onto your app, so you've got your tunes even when you're offline. And best of all, no ads.
I hate ads.
Everyone does.
Now, Spotify on apps usually doesn't let you skip, but if you've got premium, you've got unlimited skips, so you're never stuck on a dull tune ever again.
Ever wanted to design your own magazine? Adobe InDesign is here to help. We'll be talking you through some of its most useful features.
Adobe InDesign has a lot of neat tools that have been developed with your convenience in mind. You can use text and paragraph styles to automatically set the font, size, and look of your text and apply them as you see fit. This saves you a lot of time.
If you wanted to, let's say, type out a headline, you wouldn't need to manually set the font and size for each headline. Just apply the text style and presto changeo, you've got yourself a headline in your desired format. Now, you can change these as well as make as many as you want, so make sure you label your styles accordingly.
You can even create one of those first letter uppercase, large, and bold letters that you often see in magazines and old books. The polygon and line tools are great, especially for breakers between images and text or between longer paragraphs. Even if you have little to no digital designing experience, these tools can help you create minimalistic but iconic designs that could aid you in laying out your spread.
That's right, and shapes can be copied and pasted, and they can have their colors changed, so it's really easy to get creative from the get-go.
The pen tool works by connecting dots that you slowly connect together at one click at a time so you can cut out parts of an image. Let's say, for example, you might want to cut out the background from an image of a model. Now, while this task is daunting and can be quite off-putting for newcomers, the final product can look incredibly professional if you put the time and concentration into it. So, stay strong, persevere, and show that pen tool who's boss.
That's right. Last but not least, one of InDesign's best features, well, at least in my opinion, is more to do with the output of your project. You can export the project as a PDF, which means you've got yourself a great final product that you can, splash on to your CV. It's in any format you want, and you can design it in a very unique way.
And that's all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to tune in next week. See you on the next episode of Tech Talk. And عيدكم مبارك.
Happy holidays.
This was Dana Al Salem
And Khalid Idris.
for Bahrain International TV.
Peace out.